Hi, my name is Rachel Akmakjian. I'm the jewelry expert at BriteCo Insurance. When buying a ring, whether it's an engagement ring, a wedding ring, or a special occasion, it's important to pick the proper setting. The setting is going to affect the overall appearance, the durability, and the functionality of the ring itself. But there are so many to choose from. So how do you pick the right one for you? And the right one for the security of your gemstone? In today's video, we'll go through the top 10 ring settings and which one is best for your lifestyle. The prong setting is going to be the most classic type of setting there is. It consists of metal claws, metal prongs, either 4 or 6, that hold that diamond or gemstone into place securely. The prong setting allows for maximum light to pass through your stone, and that's going to enhance your stone's sparkle. However, prongs can get snagged or pulled away, and so they do require some routine maintenance. The bezel set is going to be a thin layer of metal that encompasses your gemstone. It's either going to go all the way around or partially. This is going to give your ring a very modern look and add a very nice layer of protection. The bezel set is a perfect setting for someone with an active lifestyle. Keep in mind that there's more metal around the stone, so there's less ability for light to pass through, and it tends to look a little less sparkly or allow less light to pass through than, let's say, the prong setting. The channel set is a way to set diamonds typically used for accents and not the main stone. It's going to consist of smaller gemstones that are really close together and in between 2 parallel lines of metal. This provides a very consistent, even row of sparkle and a good amount of protection for those gemstones. Keep in mind that it is pretty hard to size channel set rings if your finger size ever changes. The pave setting is when you take a ton of little diamonds or gemstones and you set them very closely together using minimal metal. What happens is this creates a look of paved diamonds or paved gemstone. It's perfect for adding a lot of sparkle to your ring, but keep in mind those little diamonds can become loose quite often and it might require some more maintenance. Next is the halo setting. A halo setting is when you have a center stone surrounded by smaller gemstones, making a sort of halo look. This is going to be a beautiful, very sparkly, very big and glamorous look and can help smaller center stones look a little bigger. Keep in mind that sometimes they're very intricate designs and can be hard to clean. The tension setting is where you have the gemstone held together by actually the pressure of the metal band. Although this is a clean, modern look, it's oftentimes not as secure, so I would not recommend it for a softer gemstone or a ring that you plan on wearing every single day. The 3-stone setting is a very classic and timeless design. It involves a center stone that's going to be flanked by 2 other stones on either side. This has historically been used to represent the past, present, and the future. It is a beautiful design and it's oftentimes more expensive because you're paying for larger stones on the side of your center gemstone. The next is the cathedral setting. This is a very popular, very classic engagement ring design. What it is it's the shoulders of the ring kind of coming up to the center stone. What happens here is your center stone is lifted and elevated almost like it's on center stage. Keep in mind that that's beautiful. It allows more light to pass through. However, because that center stone is slightly higher, it might get caught on things a little more often. Next, we have the flush setting. The flush setting is where the gemstone is set flush in line with the metal. This creates a very smooth, very sleek look, but it does prevent light from passing through the stone. Lastly, we have the cluster setting. The cluster setting is when you take a lot of little stones, set them closely together to give the appearance of a much larger stone. This is a really cost-effective way to get a really big look. However, keep in mind that it does require maintenance to make sure that all of those little diamonds are set appropriately and remain secure. When choosing the setting that's right for you, consider a few factors. First, your lifestyle. If you lead a very active lifestyle, make sure you're picking a setting that has a little more protection for your center stone. The next would be gemstone hardness. If you have a softer gemstone as your center stone, pick a ring that's going to protect it. Next is the aesthetic preferences. Make sure that your ring matches your own personal style. You will be wearing it every single day. And lastly would be maintenance. Every ring setting is going to require a different level of maintenance to keep it in tip-top shape. Make sure you're prepared to fully maintain your ring so it's beautiful and lasts for a lifetime. Understanding the different setting types is crucial to selecting the ring that's perfect for your lifestyle, matches your personal style, and protects your gemstone. Every setting is going to have different pros and cons and different things to consider. Make sure you're picking the one for you so that you can cherish your ring for a lifetime. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll catch you next time.